Ephesians chapter 1, verse 6. Do you know that verse? Turn with me to Ephesians chapter 1, verse 6. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 6 is the only other place this verb form was found. It says this. I'll start in verse 5. He predestined us to adoption as sons through Jesus Christ to himself, according to the kind intention of his will, to the praise of the glory of his grace, which he freely bestowed on us in the beloved. And so, for years now, the prophets of God have been silent. God has not been speaking to his people Israel. 400 years of silence. But then the angel Gabriel is sent to this little, seemingly insignificant, unimportant town, to a remarkably ordinary young woman planning her wedding day, and says, grace is upon you from God. That is God's favor, that's God's kindness that we don't deserve, that we don't earn. It's not like a merit badge, or if we get enough points on our chart or enough stars on our chart, then God will love us more. No, God comes to Mary and he says, this is bestowed on you, God's favor, God's grace. And then there's another promise, God is with you. And here's the remarkable truth to us today. Because God chose Mary by his grace, then through Mary receiving God's grace in Jesus Christ, now we can receive God's grace because Mary received God's grace in carrying the Son of God. So now in the Son, in the Beloved, we receive God's grace. And then when the angel says, and the Lord is with you, because of God's grace, the Lord was with Mary. And because of God's grace, the Lord is with us, which is why another name for Jesus is what? Emmanuel. Emmanuel, which means God is with us. And this is all because of God's grace, first with Mary, and then it comes to us in Jesus Christ. Not only can we have the favor of God in our lives that we don't deserve and can't earn, we know that God's presence is always with us everywhere we go. So this amazing promise is given, and Mary's going. Now, she was a good